Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and welcome back to Palette Throwback Thursdays. In today's video, I'm going to be playing around with the Juvia's Place Culture palette. So if you guys are interested in seeing the look that I do with this palette, then just keep on watching. First things first, I do want to point out that I am very much aware that, when you guys are seeing this video, that Halloween is over, and I still have my Halloween background up. I realized like late last night, I was like, oh fuck, and this ship had sailed at this point. So, this video and then my very next video will be Halloween background still, and I'll change it after that. Also, other little disclaimer, I just want to point out, I cannot say about half of these shade names. I don't want to mispronounce them or anything like that, so I'm gonna point. But I'm gonna start off with a really small fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go into this deep dark purple right here, and I'm gonna start building that up on my inner and outer corners. Alright, next up, I'm just going to take that same brush, I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm going to go into this purple shade right here to just kind of start blending it out, but I'm going to keep the blend very close. There's a singular brush hair that is pointed in the wrong direction. Next up, I'm going to take a pinched but still fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to use that to start blending out my crease. So we did go in with that slightly warmer purple, so it shouldn't be too crazy, but you do want to be careful when blending like cooler tones with like a slightly warmer tone like this, because if you start to really over blend it, you can create some muddiness. Alright, and then last but not least, for the mattes, I'm going to take a bigger fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here and just use that as my transition. Alright, and then for shimmer, I'm going to start off with this shade right here and put that all over the open space on my lids. And then I'm going to go in with this light shimmer and put that just on the very center to just kind of like really brighten it up. The shimmer is interesting. It like doesn't have the density that you would expect it to. It's almost a little bit like, just a little bit sheer, like you really have to build it up. Alright, perfect. I'm not going to put on a wing today, but I am going to line my lash line, and then I'm going to go put on my base, and I'll be back to continue working on this look. Okay, I know that it looks weird because I don't have concealer on, but I've been like slightly changing how I do my base, and I didn't want to come on camera with just like 2 dots of concealer on my face. I thought that that would look a little weird, so I'm doing it now. Alright, for my bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. And then for my blush, I did not mean to pick the same brand, but I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, or excuse me, blush stick in the shade Nectarine. All right, now that I look a little bit more, you know, blended and acceptable, I'm gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics Bellini Blush Palette. I'm gonna start out with the lightest shade, Georgia Peach, and I may go in with just a little bit of just peachy, like back here. That second blush shade was like a little bit more blush than I was really anticipating for, but I think that bronzer and then like obviously setting down my face should tone it down just a little bit. But I'm gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics Mrs. Claus palette, and I'm gonna go in to this bottom shade, Sugar Daddy, and just kind of set down my bronzer a little bit. All right, I am gonna go set down the rest of my face and I will be right back. All right, I know I'm already pretty blushy, but I'm gonna put on like a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with Milani Luminoso just for like a little bit of like a glow, you know? And then for my under eyes, I'm actually just gonna focus in on the two like peachy brown shades. So I'm gonna start off, holding this the wrong way. I'm gonna start off with this shade right here and just kind of blend that out underneath my lower lash line. Really rough. And make sure that I'm blending it into that blush that I had put there as well. And then I'm gonna go into that kind of more tan shade and just blend out up here again. Just because I did go in with like put that cream blush and stuff up there, just because I like when it all meshes together. And then last but not least, I am just gonna take my like brow setting brush, that's filthy, and a little bit of skin toned color shadow and just kind of soften up my lower lash line. It doesn't need to be that aggressive. And then for my highlight, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Born to Glow Duo. This one's in the shade High Key Flex and Flexpensive. So I'm gonna start out with this shade and, you know, highlight, and then I'm gonna top it off a little bit with this like peachier shade. All right, I'm gonna jump off and finish up the rest of my face. I have not at all decided what I'm gonna put on my lips, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back to show you guys the final look. All right, really quick for my lips, I used the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Peachy. I am always like constantly obsessed with this lipstick. It's fucking perfect. I love the way that this makeup look turned out. I love the way that the blush like blends into the eyeshadow, but it's still a purple smoky eye, but like it all blends together. I love the way that I just love the way that it turned out. I'm happy. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's Palette Throwback Thursday using the Juvia's Place Culture palette. I adore this palette. I think that it's awesome. There are a couple shades in here that can be a little bit more difficult to work with, but overall I think that it's a really, really beautiful palette and I enjoy working with it. So comment down below and let me know what kind of look would you do with this palette. I am so used to my palette like mashups where I'm saying like, let me know how you would pair these products together, but like I'm struggling for a second. But let me know how you would, what kind of look would you, Jesus Christ. Comment down below and tell me what kind of look you would do with this palette. Jesus, my brain is not fully functioning at the moment. I have another video to film after this. It's fine, we're great. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I hope that you guys learned something in today's video. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I already said have an awesome, awesome day, didn't I? I told you my brain's not working. Bye!